Michael Gray, and I'm here with my man Jeff at the Wave 804.
She tried to pay for it all. Bring some yak on my plate. Garlic noodles and steak. Bouncing out the valet.
What up, world? It's your boy Jeff, aka Cool Boy Jeff right here. It's the only place you can find the Wave is the Wave 804. It's another pleasure to have my dog in here, Big Mike. You know what I'm saying? This is his second interview. I definitely appreciate my man for always continuing to support. It's the same thing likewise. But I definitely want to talk about my man working in radio, talk about his co-host, and also talk about certain predictions that he got for 2019 as far as sports-wise, so you don't want to miss out. And also I want to go ahead and let everybody know, shout out to the workshop. We just did a partnership, you know, so shout out to the whole team and everybody contributing their talent and their expectations. So definitely this year, be on the lookout for a lot of things that we're going to be doing together because you don't want to miss it. And also make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the Wave 804 YouTube channel so you can stay updated on interviews, artists, entertainment, and also things that's going down in Virginia, man, because you don't want to miss out because we're on the way to the top. So, my dog, Big Mike, my man, it's definitely a pleasure to have you back in here again, Mike G.
Appreciate you for having me.
Thank you, man. As always, my guy. So I see that you've been putting a lot of work. I see that you also you're in radio now, and your co-host, man. It's like I see the energy from what you say and what they do, and vice versa. So you can also let me know, like, how was that something that you was able to pick up and be with the team like that?
Well, it was tricky. Like, you know what's crazy? I met him through social media. There's a guy named Sevi. He had his own podcast, and he lives in Orlando, Florida. Mm-hmm. And we met on social media. We chopped it up. And immediately, instantly, we had an instant connection because of how knowledgeable he was about sports and how he was able to talk about it in the conversation we had. So he told me about the podcast that he had going on and stuff, and I told him I wanted to be a part of it. Mm-hmm. And he told me that he was looking for a co-host. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, wow, I can fit right in. At first, it was just a temporary thing. Okay. It was just, okay, I'm going to be a co-host in time for, filling in for somebody that couldn't do it at the time because he was sick or he had some other plans that he had to make sure happened. Mm-hmm. But once he realized, how well we clicked and well we connected, we've literally been doing shows together since I want to say last year. Yeah. You know what I mean, so it's been a great connection between me and him, and I love the fact that every week we talk about the current sports topics and everything that's going on. Like, we just finished a show the other day ago talking about everything with the NBA playoffs is concerned and the NBA sports world and stuff like that. So it's been a dope experience with him, and he's a great person to be around in this sports media industry business. He's very knowledgeable about what it is. He loves to network and meet other people and stuff like that. He loves to connect, and he loves to get his voice out there and be heard. And I'm just excited I can be a part of something like this. No doubt.
Man, that's what's up, big dog. And then again, it's like see you accomplish something that you always talked about doing. Like, right. I always looked at it's not about what you say, it's just about the result that come out of what you said, and you always own up to that. Now, as far as you being a new co-host, what about yourself that you think that you kind of brought to the team that what they kind of didn't have at first? Or is there something that you knew when they brought you on, so, oh yeah, I'm ready to go?
Just that instant flavor, that instant swag and confidence. Like, I brought that from day one. Like, from day one, we had certain conversations about whatever sports and whatever topics, and I instantly knew what I was talking about. Mm-hmm. I knew I was up to date. I'm always up to date on everything sports related and stuff, no matter what season we're in. So the fact that I was just instantly ingratiated into the podcast and ingratiated into being a co-host, and they loved the fact that I was just right there, just continuously on and on. And every time he hit me, no matter if it was at midnight, 1 in the morning, or whether it was 5 in the morning, or whether it was midday, no matter what time it was, I was always ready to do a show. I was always ready to get in there and make it happen. And I love talking about sports. And sports is one of the things where I can talk about it all day if I wanted to. You know what I mean? So the fact that I don't care what time of day it is, I'm always up for great conversation with great debates and open dialogue when it comes to that. So I think the fact that I was open to listening to what they were saying, open to state my opinion and understanding that where I was coming from, having my own mindset. I think they loved the confidence that I had because I was confident in everything I was saying. Nothing was hesitating and nothing was second guessing. Everything was straightforward.
I got that. So now you graduating this year too,
yes,
right?
May 11th.
May 11th. Congratulations on that too for graduating.
Appreciate it.
So I also know that you was a radio broadcaster for Union as well.
Yes.
You was up there. You was talking about the games. You know what I'm saying? You was also giving the same kind of energy that you was putting into your radio show. Are you still going to be there to still commentate, or
If the opportunity presents itself, I love, like when I was the public address announcer, I loved the fact that I was getting the crowd hyped for every football game, and I loved like being literally having the best seat in the house, in my opinion, having that high view of every football game, every home football game, and just giving the players the energy that they need on the field. And so I would definitely love to do it. If the opportunity presents itself and everything falls into place, and it depending on what I have coming up with these internships outside of graduation, I would definitely love to come back and be a public address announcer and possibly become a play-by-play commentator once again for the basketball team as well.
Okay.
That was fun as well. That was a great experience, and it was just I would love to do both if the opportunity presents itself, for sure. No doubt.
Well, I just want to say to everybody in the athletics department at Virginia Union, Ms. Jackson, Jim Juno, to everybody, please let this man come back and do his thing, man, because he definitely did a phenomenal job this year. Everybody was in tune, like, when he called out certain things, it was just so exciting, you know what I'm saying? Then it's also about giving the opportunity. So, try to create that, and, as far as in our field, in the mass communications field, it kind of shows a lot of people that, it is possible when they see the Wave 804s, when they see the MCDAs, and they see the undefined photography, you know what I'm saying? See what you got going on. Like, man, it's so many opportunities of what people has created, and once that's there, and there's nothing that nobody can really stop. So definitely shout out to my man Big Mike for doing that, and I continuously I want you to do that joint too.
Definitely, and to piggyback off what you just said, man, the mass communications, like, we're so small on campus. We're one of the smaller departments on campus, but we're so big because we're a big family, and we do so much on campus around and stuff. It's literally like a mini family. Everybody in that department looks out for each other. Like, I love for everybody on that campus because we're such a small unit. But as far as the mass comm department itself, it's literally like a big time family, and that everybody looks out for each other. Everybody shows love. It's always good energy and good vibrations around in the air. So just definitely shout out to the mass comm department, no doubt.
I got you. And it's always dope that how, when one of us get to a certain position, we always able to give information or share information on how that you can be able to progress yourself. Because I feel like you're not going to progress as a person if you don't try to at least help somebody else.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? So since that you're graduating, and I know you have a lot of things that's going to be going on for you as well, is there anybody in particular, or is it just certain people that you kind of give like game to and let them know how they can get themselves in certain positions and stuff?
No doubt. The guy I was doing the play-by-play commentating with for basketball season, his name was Nicholas Dingle. He's one of the students there at Union, and he got a very bright mind as far as this when it comes to sports, and he loves what he does, and he's passionate about what he does. I continuously tell him, just keep doing what you're doing, and continue to be more confident with yourself and confident with your studies and whatever you do, because his work ethic is there. You don't have to tell him to do extra work, this, that, and the third. His work ethic and his passion is there for the seat. But as far as I just want to give him game on using what Union has, and you using the materials that are out there from campus for us. Like, for example, that studio, we have a studio in our library, recording studio with a green screen, but it's a lot of old technology. And right now they're working on getting some new technology in there, and a whole bunch of new equipment for next year and stuff like that. I said, for your senior guys like Nick and Assad and all the other guys in the mass communication department, Jabril, anybody, for your senior year, make sure you take advantage of that room. Take advantage of that new opportunity, because I wish we had that new equipment while we was here. But it's all good because it's going to be passed down to the next people, and somebody's going to use it. So I definitely encourage them to continue to use it with all the resources that Union is providing for us. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you just make it happen, man, because it's there. And once these 4 years go by, they go by. And you want to make sure you took advantage of every single opportunity that you had every day.
And it's always the go-to. So, and for two of my final questions. So for me to see that you capitalize off every opportunity that you had, or anything that you had, and even not just about the opportunity, but the conversations that you had with certain people, that you was able to take in, you kind of utilize it with yourself. And of course, I know for a fact that you took time to do your research with certain people, because there's always somebody that, you look at, it's like, dang, I want to be where he's at or where she's at. But, you kind of look at certain videos on YouTube, like interviews and stuff, and see how the way they got through certain situations. What is something that you can kind of say about yourself that a time where it was a very scary situation, but you kept going, like you kept making things happen, even when in your mind it was like, man, I don't know how I'm gonna get through this. So what I'm really trying to ask you is, what is something that you can really give to somebody advice-wise, as far as they know what they want to do, but they just don't know how to get there, or they just kind of discouraged?
Got you. Perfect question. Well, one of those situations I was in was literally last year. Last year I was in that same situation. Early in 2018, around the same time, spring semester, I was scrambling trying to figure out what I knew what I wanted to do, but it was kind of hard of how do I start? Where do I go from here? Like what's the first step do I make? What's the first move I make? And literally, once I put myself in an environment or an area where is inclusive to me, like for example, when I went to Redskins training camp, and I was interning as a media assistant reporter. Once I put myself in that environment and put myself around all those other media members and put myself in that position, then that opened my eyes to be like, oh wow, I want to do this. I want to be this sports reporter. Oh, I want to be this for VCU. Oh, I want to do this for this sport. Oh, I can see myself. Oh, I can start my own podcast. Oh, I can start my own IG page, Big Mike's 2 cents, where I'm giving my input and my information on sports stuff. Oh, like all these different ideas was coming to my head once I put myself in that space. Once you put yourself in that space, in that environment, randomly just thoughts are gonna come to your head and ideas are gonna come to your head because we all creative. We're all very creative people. So the moment we start to realize that and chase our dreams and chase our careers, then that's gonna be the key. But definitely just putting myself in that continuously networking and put myself in that environment. Once I got to VCU and was doing with VCU basketball, covering them, I was able to realize, oh wow, I can start my own personal channel where it's like, oh well, I can start my own personal channel where I can be like talking about, oh, it's the VCU basketball team, and I can have my own like reel. Every game I can have my own game. This what happened to VCU basketball. This what happened to VCU this. I can have my own reel doing it for that. And that's just a dope experience, like being able to be in that space. Once you're in that space and in that environment, it's no limitations on what you can do, because everything is gonna start coming to your head, ideas are gonna start to come, and you're just gonna keep grinding. Straight like that.
Hey, I hear that though, Big Mike. Now, for my final joint too. About to graduate, man, the biggest accomplishment is you get a degree, showing proof of how hard that you've really been working towards your degree and everything that you're trying to do for not only for yourself but also your family. What is the next step for Big Mike? Because you already been challenged as far as coming to school. You know how it is as a student. You know the ins and outs, the pros and cons. But you were still able to make it, and you got there.
Right.
And now you're getting your degree.
Right.
Now you about to step into the real world. It's about to be really hard, dude.
Yeah.
So what is it, man? What you gonna do?
Well, right now, I have an internship with a guy that has his own sports media company called Sports Journey. His name is Lake Lewis Jr.
Okay.
And I continue to be working with the internships with that. But the way things are set up right now, it's looking like it's a high possibility I could be a full-time Redskins reporter.
Hey.
So if everything falls into place and how it's supposed to, that could be a high possibility. But if not, I'm still going to be working with Sports Journey as far as interning with the pro sports in the area, in the Washington D.C. area, as far as the Washington Wizards, the Nationals, the Mystics, the Redskins, Capitals, working with them in some sort. Just continue to gain that experience and continue to network and grind and just have fun with what I do. Like right now, I got to realize, sometimes I have to realize that, like in the end goal, I want to have my own sports media company. I want to have my own company where I can have people bringing sports information and articles and all this stuff to my company and my brand and continue to build it like that. But right now, I'm learning from somebody who has their own company, soaking up all the knowledge that I can, picking his brain continuously every time that I can. So by that way, once I get to my point, I'll have the experience, I'll have the assets, and I'll understand the game a lot better. But right now, I just got to realize that I'm only 22 years old. I don't have all the answers just yet. I just want to continue to grind and keep working and everything, and let the chips fall where they may. Everything else is going to take care of itself.
Yeah, man, I definitely hear that, and I just know that you're going to make it because not only did you have the full confidence, but man, you already know where you're trying to go and how you're going to get there. And communication, networking, and also be able to show your own art is the three things that's really going to get you in the door. So don't ever be scared. No
doubt, and I definitely got to give a shout out to you, man, because around that time, to get back to your dark place question, around the time when I was in another situation where I was kind of in a dark place as well, me and you went to an internship, or we went to a visit at a spot, the PR spot, and we was talking about that, and just hearing you having the conversations that we had and talking about, oh, you should do this, that you had like an internship online with a sports thing, and
and
just hearing that, like, oh wow, I need to do this.
Yeah.
Like I realized that I wasn't putting in as much effort into work as I should have. And just having that conversation with you really enlightened me. I want to thank you for that, because ever since then I've taken off. I've taken off with what I want to do, and I'm continuing to move forward. And you know, just people like you and people that you have, when you have like-minded, hard-working people in your circle that you're around consistently every day, then it's going to rub off on you, and it definitely rubbed off on me. So I appreciate you, my brother.
Yeah,
No
man,
question.
always love you, man. I always think that, you know, everybody goes through the same thing, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's not how the way you start, it's how the way you finish.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? New levels, new devils. At the end of the day, it's always a test and challenge for every new step that you come into. And you always got to be, you always got to keep the mental, like, this is only temporary. Like, I know where I want to be, I know how I'm going to get there. And everything's going to be thrown at you, but it's how the way that you take it, you know? You always got to keep your head up, your chin out. Keep your head up, your chest out, and you always got to keep thinking positive. Positive not always meant to have a smile on your face, because I'm positive right now, but you know what I'm saying? It is what it is,
Right.
but Big Mike, let everybody know where they can follow you at, man, on your social media.
Social media is on Instagram. You can follow me at The Real Big Mike. That's my regular page. On my sports page, you can follow me at Big Mike's 2 cents. I've given all type of sports topics and information and my input on there. And on Twitter, you can follow me at Coverage VCU. That was my VCU coverage page from this past season. And yeah, that's it. That's it right there.
All right, man. Look, this is here, Big Mike. I definitely appreciate you.
No
The
doubt,
first
man.
interview I have in the workshop, man, so it's definitely a blessing to
Dope,
have this.
dope.
I can't wait for the work that we're about to have soon, so y'all will definitely be catching that soon, man. Like, Big Mike gonna be coming out with the whole athletics, news, what's going around here in Virginia, and so on and so forth. We're gonna keep you updated with that. Hey, Cool Boy Jeff right here. Follow me on all social media platforms, The Wave 804. My personal is Cool Boy Jeff _3. My Twitter is AmbitionBlue _10. And stay updated with a whole lot, man. It's The Wave 804. Big Mike.
Niggas